I'm in once again.
Wow, you got a nice little ring off on you.
Yeah, I'm here. Wow, I'm like the voice of God. It's like Barack Obama at a political rally.
You could be like the voice of God.
Let's throw some of that reverb on.
Get you a plastic lightning bolt, and you can say, "You offend me," and you throw that lightning bolt.
I've lost track of my days today. 27th or the 28th?
28.
28. Thank you very much.
28.
I don't know how I lose track. It's weird. It's been during the COVID lockdown. I have found it so easy to lose track of what day of the month it is.
Who are you again?
Yeah, exactly. So glad to have you with us, though. Of course, we are now watching the approach of Hurricane Zeta. I never thought we would get this deep into the Greek alphabet with a named storm in the Gulf of Mexico, but here we are. Hurricane Zeta. The headlines from our local news sources say it could be is the magic words, a Category 2 hurricane. Now, I want to thank Eric Carroll, who's a friend of the program and also a Facebook friend, and somewhat of an amateur meteorologist, but he just posted a short while ago that wind shear is tearing this thing up. Hurricane Zeta right now has a very poorly defined eye. That eye is being ripped apart by wind shear, and so it is possible that it won't make landfall as a Category 2 hurricane sometime later today. Mm-hmm. That would be a blessing. Another thing that's I think a blessing with Zeta is the forward speed. It's a fast walker, doing about 19 miles per hour right now, which is pretty quick for a hurricane. And that means when it does come ashore, it'll start weakening to tropical storm strength pretty fast, and it'll move on through pretty fast. How fast? They're expecting it to be 3 states away by 1 o'clock this morning. Can you believe that? 3 states away by 1 o'clock this morning.
Sounds like a guy I used to hang with.
Or tomorrow morning, as it were.
Yeah, sounds like a guy I used to hang with about midnight. Gotta go. 3 states away.
So anyway, that's what we know about Zeta. I'm not telling anybody to relax or let their guard down about this storm. I'm just saying it looks like, meteorologically speaking, we're going to get something of a break.
Well, and again, what our good buddy Eric may be seeing is what they call an eye wall replacement cycle, because National Hurricane Center says, strengthening is coming.
Redefines in another place?
Yeah. But I hope he's right. God knows I hope he's right. As of 5 minutes ago, National Hurricane Center said it is expected to strengthen over the next few hours.
The other thing,
we will see.
The other unusual, I was looking at not a radar, but a satellite image of the cloud system, of the storm system itself. They usually rotate anti-clockwise.
Yes, counterclockwise. Yes.
And there is clockwise rotation on the outer part of the storm, which I'm guessing is that cold front that's pushing down from the northwest. So this is going to be a weird one, and I'm hoping that the cold front does its job and just lessens the impact.
What would happen if they got together and it became this huge battling vortex in the Gulf of Mexico, and it strengthened, and it kept going and going and going and going and going?
Where are you going?
The entire city administration of New Orleans would be sucked up into the vortex, and they could rebuild properly.
I know a lot of people down in New Orleans.
Took a long time to get there, didn't it?
Like to see the mayor get sucked up into a vortex down there in New Orleans, but that's...
Well, I think she already has.
That's
she just doesn't know
another
it.
story.
Here's one of my favorite topics. I love when we get the opportunity to do these. We call this Stupid Local News People. So here's what could have been...
Wait a minute, let me see where you're at so I can find it.
Here's what could have been...
Okay, got it.
A nice little story about early voting here in the Baton Rouge area, courtesy of BR Proud.
And I'm bringing it up right now.
Here's the headline. Last EBR early voter says, quote, she is an immigrant who's voting for the first time. Only it's spelled W-H-O-S-E instead of W-H-O
apostrophe.
Meaning who is voting for the first time. And it's big and bold. Now, here's what's interesting. BR Proud, which is channels 33 and 44,
yes,
distributed this to all the other Muckstar stations.
Yes.
And
nobody's corrected it yet?
No one has corrected it. I'm looking at the Shreveport Nexstar station. Running it exactly the same way.
To station to station with an obvious typo, and no one has corrected it.
A blatant lack of proper English usage. That wasn't a typo. This moron put it in there that way.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and call it a typo.
No, because you can tell. Because he didn't do the perfectly acceptable contraction for she is, she's. Mm-hmm. He thinks contractions are something you get before your baby mama spits out a baby. That's what he thinks. So congratulations to Jonah Gilmore. Put on the pointy hat and sit in the corner for an hour, and somebody give him an English textbook, please.
As we've said many times, television is expensive. It's expensive to have a TV station, expensive to run one, and because of that, the amount of money that people get paid to work in television has gone way, 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 way down. And you get what you pay for.
Here's the thing. I have told them all, I am available. I will come in once a week. I will dress in my Catholic school outfit. I will have the yardstick, and I'll say, Jonah, did you write this headline?
Are you going to dress like the Penguin or something? Or
hey, I got the green tie and the khaki pants and the stiff khaki shirt and the blazer to prove it.
Oh.
And I'd whack Jonah across his knuckles. Boom! Now, don't do that again, young man. You know that the proper word is this. Then I'd go over to 2 and do it for them. Then I'd go over to 9, and, well, I might be there a very long time at Channel 9. It might take a lot longer.
Ouch.
Well, you know,
our local TV stations are feeling the love, Bill.
Well, you know, here's the deal. One of the primary rules of broadcasting, at least when I got in it, was that you spoke common American, unaccented, no dialect English. And you wrote it that way as well. And I think I'm actually trying to help these people because they obviously don't know because they kept it up this way. And their affiliates don't know because they're reposting it this way. That this makes you all look stupid. It's not like I'm asking you to spell anti-disciplinary instead. I'm not asking you to do that. It's just whose, W-H-O-S-E, is not the same word as W-H-O''S for who is. So look, I'm available. Call me. You can reach me through this broadcast.
There's space for rent.
Call me.
All right.
I can fix your English foibles. The rest of the stuff, hey, you're on your own. But I can fix your English foibles.
We're going to take a quick break, take care of some
me.
business. Call me.
I'll come.
Call me.
I'll come. I'll bring the big ruler. Call me.
More to come, including a lot of weekend fun. We're going to talk about where you can have some fun this Halloween weekend and for the next 6 weekends at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. We're going to be talking with them in just a few short minutes. Exiles TV returns in just a moment.
Call me.
Taste the feeling.
The mayor-president is spending $1 billion of our taxes just this year, yet we still have one of the most violent cities in America. Homicides have exploded. The mayor blames many things for this, except one, criminals. We're short of patrols. We need 100 new patrol officers on our streets. Our police need a $10,000 a year raise to ensure quality recruits. It's not hard. Just shift 3% of the budget to law and order. And trust me, I will.
Jordan Piazza, Mayor President.
desire in your eyes, but you can't keep it in your heart. 'Cause misery loves company. 'Cause misery loves company. Cold and hungry like a dog in the street. I get a raw deal every one.
Welcome back to Exiles TV. Glad to have you along with us. Interesting thing. You know, fast food sales have been fluctuating for about a year and a half now. A lot of them closed their dining rooms because of COVID, and
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of McDonald's don't want any walk-in business.
and their to-go business has just boomed.
Yeah.
But they're experimenting a lot with new food. And I thought this was interesting. Wendy's is trying to entice customers to switch to their chicken sandwich. So they're giving them away. The fast food chain is giving customers a free classic chicken sandwich with any purchase made at a drive-thru or ordered on their mobile app. One sandwich per week until November 8th. Now, this is their replacement to their Wendy's home-style chicken sandwich. They say the new one is crispier and juicier.
See, I had always been a fan of the Wendy's chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm, I was
Regular
too.
home-style fried chicken sandwich. So they say they made it better.
They say crispier and juicier.
I don't know that crispy is all that much that I want. You know,
Is
I don't
that-
necessarily want it crispy. I want it tasty.
Is that going to be car food? And
Yeah, juicier doesn't, especially if I'm driving. I don't know how I feel about juicier.
all right, so
You're like, God damn it!
McDonald's is rolling out pastry. Pastry at McDonald's. So
The pastry machine, it broke.
could I get
It's
some?
going to work for them about as much as their specialty coffees. Oh, coffee machine, it broke.
Could I get some ice cream on top of that pastry? Well, the pastry is here, but the ice cream machine is broke. So they're adding 3 items to their McCafe menu, which begins today: an apple fritter, a blueberry muffin, and a cinnamon roll. If you have the McDonald's app, you can get one of them free with the purchase of a hot or iced coffee once per day for the next week.
All right, show of hands, okay? Both here on the stage, out there in the house, watching on tele. How many of you have actually downloaded a fast food restaurant app?
Seriously?
One guy.
He ain't coming on.
And what it's all?
We're going to banish him to the parking lot, and he can see if he can app it in. He ain't coming on.
I have this grocery store where I've shopped for 20 some odd years, and every time I'm in there, what, do you have the Albertsons app? No, I don't have the Albertsons app.
Now, I do, because the savings you get, I've had it for 3 months. Mm-hmm. And I shop at Albertsons for what I call heavy-duty shopping about once a week. Now, again,
Okay.
there's only 2 of us, so it's only like $30, $40 when it's heavy-duty for us. It's not like we're a family of 6. I have never saved less than $15 by using their app.
Maybe I should download the app then.
Well, then all you do is you put the items in the app. It's very quick. You put them in your list, and you tap in your phone number, and at the end of your purchase, the money starts rolling off. I use their app because it saves a lot of money, and it's no hassle. They don't send you messages. They don't want to ask you how your kids are. See, that's the problem with most apps. They want to be a part of your life.
I don't want them to be a part of my life,
Which is
and that's
why
why after I download them, I wind up deleting them.
I will unload them if I start getting messages. Hey, we just wanted to check in with you. Goodbye.
Happy birthday! Make sure you come by and spend some money.
Yeah, I don't do that. This is an unobtrusive app, and I save money with it. I really do.
I had downloaded one of these apps that they advertise on TV for if you want to sell stuff. Because, Marianne and I have got a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. After 32 years of marriage, we thought, maybe we'll start selling some of this stuff. And so I downloaded the app like 10 days ago, and I've gotten so many junk emails from that app. And 3 times I've gone to the junk emails and said, unsubscribe, don't send me these. And they keep on coming, keep on. You know how I stopped the junk emails?
Get rid of the app.
Deleted the app.
Back to the fast food.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got you completely off the rails.
Anybody want pastry at McDonald's? I mean, I think that's a little far out of the lane. I don't want pastry at McDonald's.
A cinnamon roll might not be bad. The question is it a cinnamon roll or is it one of those Cinnabon rolls where they use cinnamon tasting chemical compound?
Cinnatofu.
It's like, God, wouldn't real cinnamon be cheaper?
They have a picture of the fritter. The fritter is about the size of one of their napkins that's folded as it comes out of the dispenser, so the fritter's about this big.
Okay.
Now, what they don't say is what are they going to charge for this?
Oh, I'm guessing $3.50.
Yeah.
Nothing's cheap at McDonald's anymore. Nothing.
Well, they have their $1, $2, $3 menu. For the $1 menu, you get a finger.
But it's a crispy, juicy finger. All right. Time to take another break. We're going to take care of some business.
You deserve a break.
When we return, we're going to talk about one of the biggest festivals in the state of Louisiana as far as duration, draw, and it's been around for a long, long time. The Louisiana Renaissance Festival will be our guest next on Exiles TV.
In her tenure, the mayor-president has spent almost $4 billion of our taxes. She's had so much, but done so little. We're near the top nationally in revenues collected, but rock bottom in quality of services. Pay more, get less. That's failure. I'm Jordan Piazza. I'm a small businessman, not a career politician. With impressive new ideas, bold conservative management, and plenty of energy to eliminate politics, we can renew our success. And trust me, we will.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystonecountryClub.com.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Contea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Contea, your Italian dining will change forever.
Surprise, something good has finally happened in 2020. Yours truly, the Clarence Bugg Show, gets to be with you every day of the week. That's right, 11 to 12 every weekday. And of course, the Exiles right in front of yours truly from 10 to 11, yours truly 11 to 12. So now it's appointment viewing. 5 days a week here on the Pelican. The Clarence Bugg Show. The only thing missing is you.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
You could be driving
Right now, during the Team Honda Upgrade event, get a new 20 Accord Sport for just $309 a month with no money down, no first payment, and no security deposit. It's time to upgrade to your new Honda at Louisiana's #1 new car dealer, Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Hi, welcome back. Glad to have you with us. Exiles TV returns. I'm Kevin Gallagher. He's Bill Profita. Gentleman in the middle is our guest for the hour. His name, Alvon Brumfield. He is the co-founder of the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. Now in its 20th year, we're going to talk with him momentarily, but first...
Are you tired of the endless roller coaster of fiscal cliffs? You know that term. Every year at budget time we hear it. Well, on November 3rd, change that and vote yes on Constitutional Amendment number 4. Yes on 4 means a stable budget process and job growth for Louisiana. Vote yes on Constitutional Amendment 4. This message paid for by Pelican Action. For more information, visit pelicanaction.org. And as always, we thank you for your kind attention.
Now, on to the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. In its 21st year, it's hard to believe, 1999 was the first year for this thing. Renaissance fairs are big all over the country. Are there any states that don't have at least one?
I think there's a couple up north. North Dakota, South Dakota. There's nobody there.
It's too damn cold at this time of year to have an outdoor festival.
Well, they do them all year long. Yeah. I mean, some of the warmer states will have, like Florida, I think they have theirs in February, where it's not too hot, but it's not too cold. I thought that the choice of doing the Renaissance Fair in weekends in November was a good one for this part of the country.
Yeah, when we were determining where to put it, we said, well, we want to put it on the I-12 corridor if we can, because it's where it works. And it says, do we do it in the spring? Do we do it in the fall? So, well, it's too hot to do it in the summer. We don't want to fight mosquitoes. And November was right about the right time to do that because, well, it's not too hot, not too cold, not too many mosquitoes, and it fit right in. We didn't want to compete with Mardi Gras in the spring, so that's where we put it. We put it where we felt it would fit best.
Now, it is in Tangipahoa Parish, right?
It is in Tangipahoa Parish, absolutely.
You've got those beautiful, kind of hilly, wooded festival grounds that must make the setting very beautiful.
We like to think so. We have it where we control the horizon. So when you park your car and you go in, you don't see the parking lot. You don't see, what's going on outside of the village. So, and we like that. We think it makes it a little more magical to have fun and allow you to have your suspense of disbelief.
It's a theme park kind of a atmosphere. Once you go in, you can, as we've said for so many years, take a step back in time and a step up to adventure.
Yes.
But for those of you who are uninitiated in what is a Renaissance Fair, break it down.
Well, we think of it as a seasonal theme park, but basically you go to the theme park where we try to have the music, the sights, the sounds, the smells from 1800 that are pleasant. We take all the positives from that era, the romance, the art, the music, and we have live jousting. We actually have two knights on horseback. They're wearing 80 pounds of armor and they're charging each other full speed on horses that are about a ton and knocking each other off with a 10-foot pole. And that's something that most people have never seen. We give you a chance to see jousting, which is real jousting. And insurance companies are always, what can we cover you? Well, we have horses, with people knocking themselves off 10-foot poles, and most of them are like, we don't insure that.
Has anybody ever been actually really hurt?
Yeah, it's rare, but it happens. I mean, they're professional stuntmen that do this.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, they are trained jousters.
But stuff happens.
There's a lot of people come up and says, I can do that. Here, hold my beer. But the people,
and then they say, hey, y'all, watch this.
But there's a skill to it. Actually, it's not the strength. It's not the size that makes a jouster good. It's the skill to know exactly where to hit them and how to hit them to knock them off. Because you can hit a person with a stick, that doesn't knock them off the horse. They have to have you got to know what you're doing, and it takes a lot of training to be able to do that.
Yeah, and I've seen some of these knights. They're wearing thick plate armor, and I've seen where the jousting, the lance, will turn into splinters, and the knight be able to stay on the horse. Some of these guys are that tough. I think the worst injury in 20 years of going to the festival I've ever seen is a guy got the wind knocked out. I mean, he hit the ground hard, and they had to pick him up and help him walk it off. But other than that, I've never seen anybody get really hurt.
I mean, there's little nicks and bruises, and scrapes and cuts, because we have sword fights, and even the guys like in Ordo Precintus that do their sword fight. I mean, they're all battling each other with what they're doing, but they're kind of a martial arts thing, because if you drop your sword, the fight's not over. And pick it up. Yeah, of course, if you try to pick it up, they're going to hit you. But
well, I think the point is, this isn't goofing around. These people are professionals, and this is the real deal. You're going to see real jousting.
Yes, yeah, we actually have, honest to goodness, real jousting. They are competing. There's a show element to it because we want it entertaining as well. So kind of what they do is, especially the junior guy, he's honest to goodness trying to knock the senior guy off his horse in the first 2 or 3 passes, because if nobody gets knocked off in the first few passes, somebody's going to have to take a dive, right? We got to keep it entertaining.
Right.
But so you can bet they're trying to knock that guy off so they don't have to be the guy to fall off.
Now they do have a script that they follow, but it depends on, you play this role if you go down, and then I play the same role if I go down first, and then it kind of turns into championship wrestling after that. But it's
the
fun.
speed and the horses and the lance are all real.
Oh yes, absolutely. And one of the reasons we use professional stuntmen for that is you're wearing 80 pounds of armor, and the back of those horses is about 5 foot high. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get knocked off with a 10-foot pole, and you're 5-6 feet in the air, and you're landing pretty fast from that distance. And if you don't know how to land, you could get hurt. And people do. It doesn't normally happen, and it's rare, like I said. But this is because they're trained. You could get hurt pretty easy.
Do you have the Birds of Prey show again this year? That's one of my favorites.
We do. We have an Eagle class falconer, Kitty Carroll. Mm-hmm. She comes in, and we have a lot of raptors on our display. We have the owls, the hawks, the eagles, even parakeets. Do the wide variety of raptors. So yes, we do have the falconry, and we do it in the joust arena because it takes a lot of space to do a falcon show. To watch them fly around. But it's free flying. They let the birds go, they fly around, and they choose to come back. So it's one of the cool things we do. Along with rehab, they rehab birds occasionally. You don't get to see those birds, unfortunately, because when you're rehabbing them, you don't want them to get used to people. You want them to stay away and stay free and wild. So, but yeah, we do have the falconry show.
One of the big things about festivals in Louisiana, and I know I'm going to take you all the way to break with this, and then we'll probably come back. Let's talk about food and drink. I'm sure you've got a complete menu.
We do. We have probably four different food courts. So, and of course, in each food court, there's a variety of food. And we try to make sure we have everything, because everybody loves the turkey legs and the iconic stuff that you get at a Renaissance Festival. But we also have, corn dogs and hamburgers and cheeseburgers, because kids, little kids, if they don't find something that they can eat, they're not going to want to stay, and they're going to want to leave, and we want everybody to have a good time. So we have the stuff you expect to find at festivals, we have the stuff you expect to find at a Renaissance Festival, and we have stuff you don't expect to find anywhere, whether it be French fried Twinkies or Oreos or...
I understand that was very big in the 18th century.
The French fry, oh yeah. King Henry, big fan.
Ye old Twinkies.
Yes.
Ye old Twinkies. So we have quite a variety. We have gluten-free stuff for the people that have dietary needs. We have, we have pizza. Pretty much anything that you're wanting to find or would expect to find at a festival, you're going to find that and a lot more, because it's Louisiana. It's one of the things we brag about on the Renaissance Festival circuit, is when people come to Louisiana, a lot of the merchants and entertainers are like, man, Louisiana is awesome. You guys have more food, you have better food, and the people love to have fun. And when they first said that, I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, man, well, you go up to Boston, you tell a joke, and it's like, down here, they're trying to one-up you, So people just love to laugh and have a good time. So it makes it a great experience when people from other places come here and say, man, Louisiana is so fun to perform at because of the people.
Now,
well, and that's the thing. You've got so much great entertainment there as well, live entertainment, and most of it involves audience participation.
Yeah, it's changing a bit this year,
because cooties.
Yep, because of the cooties. We bring a lot of people up on stage. A lot of times they're doing their thing with each other and interacting, and we have to changed that a little bit this year. So some of the acts are changing. You know, the jousters used to all of our shows. After the show, they would come out in the audience, and you could come up and talk to them. And you know, you've never touched a bagpipe before. Here, you can touch one and find out what it's like, or string the lute. You know, if you want to feel what that instrument's
Something
like.
that sounds oddly erotic about that, but we'll move on.
That's all you. But you know, we'd get out there and you could ask if you wanted to find out what it's like to be a jouster. You could talk to them as a person. We always thought that was real cool, that interactive part that Kevin was talking about. And we always prided ourselves in that, even though this year we're going to have to keep a little more distance. You know, you can ask your questions, but we're going to take them from the stage. We're not going to walk out amongst the audience and be a part of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got some video. How long is our video clip?
I think it runs about 2 or 3 minutes.
About 2 or 3?
Why don't we hold it for after the break?
We're up to the break, but you know, we forgot, I know you've got a lot of specialty beverages, so take us to the break with that. When we come back, we'll look at some video from past Renaissance festivals.
Okay, well, the beverages, we try to have a huge variety. We have everything from hand-squeezed lemonade to, you know, we have free water fountains all over the place, but we might have to shut those down because of cooties. But it's always interesting when we do our alcohol license, because they want to know every brand and every flavor we do, and there's like a place for like 3 lines, and we usually attach like a page and a half of everything that we're going to have flavor-wise. So we have a big variety. You know, every pirate wants to know, well, where's the rum? Well, we have several varieties, but we also have mead, we have wine, and of course every Renaissance festival out there has Guinness, so we have that, as well as some of the more domesticated beers that people are more common with.
The wine is, there are always great selections of wine out there, and if you've never had mead, and if you don't know what mead is basically wine made of fermented honey. And it's something everybody should try, and you can certainly, great opportunity to try it is at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival, but don't drink it too fast.
Well, yeah, take it easy on this.
It'll put a slapping on you.
Yeah, honey, sugar, alcohol content.
Yeah.
Take it easy, but it is a lovely, lovely beverage, particularly when you're outside. So with that, we're going to go to our break right now, and we'll continue talking about, what is it, 31st? 21st, excuse me. Annual Louisiana Renaissance Festival coming up starting next week on November 7th, running through December 13th. We'll be back with more on Exiles TV. Stick around.
Balello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing.
You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day.
Balello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
By all standards, he is a champion for consumers. Because of Public Service Commissioner Eric Scrametta, our utility rates are 35% less than the national average, the lowest in all of America. He saved ratepayers over $8 billion. Commissioner Scrametta brought us more reliable power plants and energy-efficient solar fields. Public Service Commissioner Eric Scrametta. Keep the commissioner who keeps our rates low.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with the Rocket Right Show.
We are two busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
During COVID, many local businesses have been treated unfairly. The big box stores continue making money, but not many of our local businesses. I know firsthand. As your mayor president, I'll fully open the economy while protecting the vulnerable. But I want our people and businesses back working again. I'll not rest until we change our economy with new, innovative, and larger businesses with greater payrolls.
A clear leader for unclear times. Jordan Piazza, Mayor President.
We can succeed again, and trust me, we will.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
Hey, we're back with Exiles TV. Our guest is Alvon Brumfield, one of the co-founders of the Louisiana Renaissance Festival, which the first year they opened was the year 2000. So I guess officially this would be year 20? Or is
it's
this
actually 21st year, because 2000 was the first year.
Right.
2001 was...
So this is your 21st season.
Yes.
And congratulations. I think there were people that said, never make it, never make it. And the best thing to do when people say you'll never make it is show them. And speaking of showing, we've been talking about how great the Louisiana Renaissance Festival is. Alvon provided us with some videotape. So, Jonathan, if we could roll that video for everybody, and Alvon, if you want to do any narration as we go. There is audio on the videotape, right? So
there is. We can do the audio. I can commentate either way.
Roll tape, baby.
Roll it.
This is a preview we did when we were doing a poster reveal. Yeah, these are actual shots from the festival itself. We put together a little story for this. And we wanted to try to capture the adventure and the various essence of the festival.
I hope you take this as a compliment, but it looks very Disney-like. Very, very high quality.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, your people, not the production alone.
Over the years, they've invested in a lot of permanent structures that are there all year round. And if you remember 2016, when we had the horrible flood, you guys got hit very hard.
This was trying to show the family spirit of things.
Mom and Dad are going to do our own thing. All right. See you later.
So that village is permanently constructed on your fairgrounds?
Yes. Yeah, year round. That building right there is actually Order Precintus' fight ring. They come out once a month and practice their martial arts. And you have to earn your knighthood if you get knighted within Order Precintus. And it's serious competition. And during the festival, they do a fight ring. But we said, well, let's use that fight ring to a battle ring. I'm not sure what they call it there.
By the way, these kids are not swinging real swords at one another. You'll see in a minute that even though they good digital work to make, but you can see now that they are wooden swords. Mm-hmm. But that's part of the thing. The kids get to make believe. They like to really get immersed in the make believe.
Look at all that. Go to your shows. Mom and Dad
it is really, and again, this is the first time I am seeing your festival grounds. This is high end.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, it's 16 acres, and we try to do it. Those buildings you're seeing there in the background are real buildings. These were actually two fans that come to the festival, and we decided to shoot this commercial. Like, we could hire actors, whatever. Let's see if some of the people that actually come to the festival want to be a part of this, and they are. This carriage ride company that works out at the festival has this, they call it Cinderella carriage, I believe they call it.
It's very worthy of the name.
So,
here's something. If people fall in love with wearing the garb.
That's what I was going to ask.
Almost immediately when you get past the main gates, there's a place you can go and you can rent garb for the day if you want to. If you want to dress up and be part of the atmosphere,
you want to keep it for next year? Can you buy it?
Absolutely.
Yep. There's a lot of places that buy the really nice the costume rental. Yeah, if you get there, and because about 80-90% of the people don't dress up, they just come in their regular clothes, but 10 or 20% do. If you start falling in love with it, you can either buy a piece, rent a piece, or go through.
Here, we're back again.
Well, this is to show each kid's story, kind of how each child, different aspects. Because when you go to the festival as a teenager, you're getting a different experience than if you go as a 6-year-old or as mom and dad.
So,
and as you're a teenage boy, are you getting an experience? Because there are indeed some lovely young women to be seen at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival.
You will appreciate the term bustier if you're a teenage boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we like to pride ourselves that we have a great family event. You know, we even experimented like 20 years ago. Said we're going to have one day where we don't serve alcohol. You know, so that the people that are against alcohol can come out. We tried that. It didn't work. What we discovered was if you don't serve alcohol, Dad doesn't come or Mom doesn't come.
Boom.
So we decided we would rather facilitate responsible drinking and have the family together, to have a family experience, because we really wanted a family experience, not just Mom and Dad or just a kid. It's not a kid show. Yeah, there are kiddish things to do, and there are, we have the one pub that for Mom and Dad. But everything else, if your kid's there and they're running around this park, you don't have to worry what's going to happen to my child. No, it's completely safe. We have some of the greatest safety of any festival I'm aware of, in Louisiana anyway.
It is. It's very safe.
Thank you for the video back in the truck. Let's get back to Alvin, because we want to give you all the who, what, where, when, and why.
I wanted to bring up this point as well, and this is something that in years past I've done some live endorsements for the festival on our radio show. But I think it's always a good point to bring up about the Louisiana Renaissance Festival are the craftsmen and the booths, the vendor booths. You're coming up on the holidays, and you've got an opportunity to invest some money in giving people gifts you bought at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival that are the kind of gifts they're going to talk about.
Built by craftspeople.
Wow, where did you get this? And then built by, handmade by real craftspeople at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival, unique things that you're not going to find on Amazon. You're just not.
It's true. We do try to find the best we can. What we call artisans, people who actually make the stuff that they sell. The glass blower, you can actually watch him make the glass, and the blacksmith is pounding stuff out. Now, some things aren't necessarily fun to watch as a demonstration. Nobody really needs to see somebody sewing together a dress. But we do try to get people who make the product they sell. And it's getting harder and harder to do, to find people who actually make enough product to actually sell it. Because sometimes you have somebody who makes a little pottery in their house, but they don't have enough to sell. So what we do, we put a lot of effort into finding artisans and craftsmen that can come and make their product and make it available to sell, which makes it, as Kevin was saying, it's handmade art that you're not going to find elsewhere, and sometimes you can get it custom made. Yeah, I want it, purple and gold. Okay, we'll make it out of purple and gold.
The glass blower is a good example. The guy is gifted, and if you're there, like first weekend, and you have something in mind that you want to commission, chances are he can have it ready for you by the next week or 2 weeks, and you'll have it before the fair's over, and you can give that gift to somebody.
Well, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and the beautiful video that you all supplied for us ought to really entice people. But as our time grows short, let's talk about where and how to get there first. Let's do that.
All right. Well, the simplest way is you go to I-12 exit 42 and follow the signs.
That's Springfield, right?
That's Hammond.
Hammond, okay.
Hammond Airline.
It's the airport exit.
Airport Road.
It's Airport Road. Or you can find us on our website. If you look for Louisiana Renaissance Festival or anything close to that, we're the only Renaissance Festival in Louisiana. But it's www.renfest.net, and that'll get you to where you need to be. We're 1 mile past the Hammond High School. That's where we're at. We're every weekend in November, the first 2 of December. So we run 6 weekends. We're daylight hours, so we open at 10, close at sundown, which is around 5 p.m. depending on daylight savings at the moment. And that's the gist of it. You come. I usually tell people, come early, wear comfortable shoes. You stay all day, and that's really the secret.
Admission price?
Admission price normally it's 20. We've dropped it down to 15 this year because of all the COVID stuff and everything. We figured, the show's altered a little bit, so we're going to pass that savings on to our customers, since we can't provide as many entertainers and shops to keep everything safe and comply with everything.
Yeah.
Now,
that's the thing. I think the fact that you're doing it at all under the COVID restrictions is amazing, and kudos to for making it happen.
Parking is free?
Parking is free, absolutely. 1 or 2 years we did have some options for preferred parking, but parking has always been free. It's always going to be free, or at least a free option. So yeah, it's free.
Well, this sounds just wonderful. And again, the weekend of November 7th is the first day.
Yep, opening day.
And then we go every weekend through December 13th. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is true. Every weekend and the Friday after Thanksgiving.
And the Friday after Thanksgiving.
In fact, the Friday after Thanksgiving is We have a tiered pricing structure. So if you're over 13, you're paying $15 to get in. And if you're under 13, between 6 and 13, on that Friday, that's free.
That is tremendous. The production value of your festival. Again, I'm coming into this with wonderment because I've not seen it before, and that is a serious festival.
I think you and Karen would enjoy a day out there.
This is not a bunch of tents being held up by filled milk jugs.
No. It is important to note that this year you need to buy your tickets in advance, because usually our tickets are good for any day, but this year they're day specific, so you have to go online, buy them in early for the day you're coming.
All right, let's go. Louisiana Renaissance Festival?
LARenfest.com.
All right. LA Renfest.
Oh, net? RENFEST.net. Renfest.net.
Renfest.net. Make sure you buy your tickets in advance.
Yes.
That would be the way to go. I tell you what, this looks like an awful lot of fun.
Oh, yes.
Between the drama of the jousting and the fighting and the great food and just walking through that village. If I didn't know, if you weren't sitting here, I would have thought that video came from Disney.
Well, thank you. Thank you. There's certainly something to aspire to. I don't think we're ever going to quite get to Disney, but we certainly learned a lot from them.
Alvon Brumfield, with Louisiana Renaissance Festival, again, every weekend starting November 7th through December 13th. The beautiful festival grounds are in Hammond in some very, very nice country. And
Yes.
I hope you all have a great festival this year.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's been a lot of fun having you on board.
Good seeing you, Alvin.
Good seeing you, Kevin.
Thank you so much for being with us. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be back to wrap it all up right here on Exiles TV. Thanks for being with us. We'll be right back.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
The mayor-president is spending $1 billion of our taxes just this year, yet we still have one of the most violent cities in America. Homicides have exploded. The mayor blames many things for this, except one: criminals. We're short of patrols. We need 100 new patrol officers on our streets. Our police need a $10,000 a year raise to ensure quality recruits. It's not hard. Just shift 3% of the budget to law and order. And trust me, I will.
Jordan Piazza, Mayor President.
Right now, choose any new 20 Mazda and get 0% for 60 months, plus 90 days deferred payments during the Team Mazda upgrade event happening now at Team Mazda on Airline.
Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bug Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
Welcome back to Exiles TV. Glad to have you along with us. We're going to take a last look here at Hurricane Zeta in just a matter of moments. But first, I want to talk to you about something that's on your ballot on November 3rd. It was on your ballot if you early voted, but we know there are still people that will be voting on November the 3rd. Are you tired of the endless roller coaster of fiscal cliffs? On November 3rd, you can change that by voting yes on Constitutional Amendment 4. Yes on 4 means a stable budget process and job growth for Louisiana. So vote yes on Constitutional Amendment 4. This message paid for by Pelican Action. And for more information, you can visit pelicanaction.org, and we thank you. So anyway, we have got a storm that is still fraught with uncertainty, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, none of the weather predictors, want to go down carved in stone on what we can expect over the next several hours, because there are forces at play out there in the Gulf that make this thing hard to predict. There is a cold front moving in from the northwest that is now interacting with Hurricane Zeta. We've seen a little bit of diminishment. They're still saying that it could reach Category 2 strength before it makes landfall, which is any time in the next couple of hours.
Yeah, there is a mandatory evacuation for Jefferson and Terrebonne parishes. They have upgraded the storm surge from the mouth of the Atchafalaya, by the way, all the way to Mobile Bay. They are now predicting a 5 to 7 foot storm surge. Manageable, not terrific, not something you want to see every day, but the big thing is that the track now has it basically passing directly over
the New Orleans Metro.
New Orleans.
Yeah. And about a 98% chance that the Metro New Orleans area will experience winds of well over 40 miles an hour. Here in the capital region, not so much. We're about at the 30 percentile, 25 to 30%. That we could see winds in excess of 40 miles per hour, and I'm talking about winds, not gusts.
Yeah, even the director of the EOC in New Orleans, Colin Arnold, is quoted, and this is from 32 minutes ago, saying, "I don't think we're going to be as lucky with this one," referring to the fact that New Orleans has skirted the impacts of 6 previous named storms this season. The projected path right now, which has matched the traveled path, everything is coalescing, has it over downtown New Orleans as a Category 1 hurricane at about 5 p.m. this evening. Now, for those on the North Shore, its bend to the east is a little bigger, but those that are within probably 25 miles of the causeway, either way, you're still...
It's going to get a little dicey.
Yeah, in the path. Those of us in Baton Rouge, we are probably going to see our wind gusts downgraded by about 4 this afternoon once they have a little bit better handle on this.
The best thing about this storm is its forward speed, because it is moving right along, which means it won't be lingering and dumping a lot of rain. They're only talking 2 to 3 inches of rain in the most affected areas as the storm moves through.
Yeah, as of now, it has slowed down a little bit. It has slowed down to 17 miles an hour, but they are saying it will accelerate to over 20 miles per hour just before landfall. It's going to get that big surge that we see when they're in that part of the Gulf right before landfall, which will keep it over target, as it were, a lot less time, which is very good news.
So batten down. My hope for you is that you don't lose power during this thing. The probabilities of losing power in the immediate capital area are low at this time, according to Entergy and Demco.
Yeah.
They're saying if you live in the capital region, there's probably not a very large chance that you lose power. But then, it can bring your power down. I mean, a tree branch in the neighborhood can come down. and next thing you know, no power.
Well, the limbs that may have gotten weakened 3 weeks ago might come down.
Pardon me.
With a 30-mile-an-hour gust this time.
Yeah, and for those of you in the aftermath of this thing, you're probably going to be out and cleaning up your yard again and just putting that crap on top of the pile of crap you've already got on your curb, because they told us last week they were going to start picking it up. But mine's still there. Is yours still there?
Yeah, I can't see over mine. Seriously.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good sized pile in my front yard. I'll just add to it, I guess. But I'm hoping that the last one, Delta, was the last one to come through. I'm hoping that it loosened up everything that's coming loose, if you will.
Again, I remind you to keep your eyes and ears trained on our friends Jay and Steve and Josh and Jesse and all of their crew. Pick your station. They've all got very good meteorologists right now. And the big thing is you have to stay on top of this.
Yeah. Don't fall asleep at the wheel. Pay attention to it as it's moving through. Listen for warnings, and of course, it's always good to keep a radio nearby.
And we will see a little bit more of what is happening when we see you again tomorrow. The thing I always worry about, it was a very, very eminent meteorologist who used to work in this market, and he said that particular part of the coast seems to have some sort of ability to put a last-minute jog to the west in these things. And so until it's sitting right there, that last-minute jog is possible. So stay safe, stay well. We will be back with you tomorrow.
Now, we didn't really book any guests because we didn't know if we were going to be able to get anybody with a hurricane coming through. So as far as tomorrow's topic or guests, surprise, we'll have something.
We'll be here one way or the other until we see you again. Please stay safe, take care, be well.
And God bless.
Bye-bye.